Struggling a little bit with an injury prior to the first game.
Yeah. I mean, just getting better. Something you gotta take day by day. Just keep coming in here to the training room. That's actually where I just came from now. It's something you gotta work on. Can't get too down about it, but definitely just getting stronger every day. So I'm pretty good. Like I said, those day to day.
How limited were you on Sunday?
Not as limited as it may seem like as far as plays I played, but I mean, you think about our defense, we didn't really play that many plays overall anyway. So, I probably could have gone a little bit more, but it was something that, I guess it was kind of a good thing. I didn't play too much just to get it more rest. So.
What percentage would you say you were in there?
I couldn't even really get a good tell on the percentage. It's more towards the up, closer to 100%, but not exactly, Obviously, I was dealing with some things, but it's just one of those injuries where, you can't really tell what's wrong with you until you actually do something to it, or, certain cuts you try to make and everything. So it wasn't too bad, but it was a good tape job.
So you're not feeling it walking around here,
No, not really. It's mostly if I'm just running out there or something, I couldn't really tell anybody what's wrong or what's going on unless I actually do it.
Looking at the D-line, it seemed like Will Clark played a pretty good game for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. That was one thing that was good for us. We needed one thing depth was one thing we really were worried about this summer. I think him coming in there and being able to play the plays that he did really helped out. Just one thing with him, we just got to keep going throughout the season and just he got to keep progressing. As he's a younger guy, getting more playing time now. It's just one thing he has to keep progressing and get better and better as the season goes on.
Overall, how would you rate the way the defense played on Sunday?
I'd say as far as standards-wise goes, especially coming into the season, a lot of people didn't know what to expect. And us as a defense, as players, we knew what we were capable of. And I think we played up to not exactly where we can be, but, I think we played pretty well as far as this being a first game and this is a brand-new defense. Everybody trying to gel together. So I think we played pretty good, but we honestly got a lot more things that we can work on and get better at. So.
You guys must be able to take some confidence away from that. I know it was only 3 quarters, but you didn't let them in the end zone.
Yeah, I know.
Special teams.
Yeah, I know. That was one thing, you try to emphasize, guys. If you look at it, we only gave up, 2 field goals, and that was pretty good for a confidence boost as well. But after looking at the film, there was a lot of mental mistakes, a couple guys not doing the right things on certain blitzes and stuff like that, you can't really get a good tell or feel because of how the game kind of went, flow, and then with the whole third quarter, fourth quarter thing going on. But it's something that we know we have to definitely try to work on and prepare for, especially this week and going in the rest of the season.
You see those things on film, but you also had to have seen that the pieces are there, and it's just a matter of them coming together in the next few weeks. You feel optimistic in general?
Yeah, definitely. You can see that everybody's capable of doing what we have to do. It's just a matter of going out there and executing. That's one thing that as weeks go by, we're going to have to get better and better at, especially going into the season and starting the Big East. If we talk about winning the Big East championship, but we got to be able to play that way, and play within the defense. That was one thing that last year's defense was really good at, was playing within the defense and knowing where they had to be at. And that's just one thing this defense is getting better at, but I think it'll take week by week for us to get better and better.
How satisfying is it for you guys at the end of a long drive to keep them out of the end zone and force them to make those field goals? As much as you discourage the offense doing that, how much does that pump you guys up?
Oh, it definitely gets you pumped up. You really want to try to get out of there on third downs, before you even get to that part of the drive. But once you realize that, all right, these guys are driving on us and you're able to actually hold them in the red zone and not be able to give up a touchdown, it is good for you in the long run. But in the short time, you still think we really want to be good on third downs and get off the field, so we'd rather not have them get to that point in the whole drive in the first place. So.